Friends, newspaper has to play a major role in the success of democracy. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar on 3rd January 1945 touched the same issue. The occasion was the inauguration of People's Herald. People's Herald was the weekly organ of the All India Scheduled Caste Federations. The inauguration functions took place in Kolkata. Bengal's top scheduled caste leader, Jain Mandal, was also present there. Ambedkar spoke and he said two very important things. The media's primary job is to give correct informations to people. If correct information is given, correct information is available, then people will be in a position to take right decision. Common man cannot have easy access to informations. So a journalist, a media house has to gather informations and then present the news, present the views in objective and fair manner. This is how the process of educating the voters and people take place. The first job of newspaper is that it should inform the people, and the information should not be fake, but it should be authentic. Baba Saheb Ambedkar has said, and let me quote him, "A newspaper in a modern democratic system is the fundamental basis of good government. It is the one means of educating people. Therefore, we in India, belonging to the scheduled caste whose misfortunes are the worst, for which there is no comparison and for which we are anxious to get rid of, can never succeed unless the 8 crores of untouchables are politically educated." So Dr. B.R. Ambedkar believed that newspaper has to play a major role of politically educating the people. Newspaper must discuss the party program of the different leaders and the political parties. The newspaper must educate people in ideals of social justice and democracy. And Ambedkar has said that after educating the people, another important role that newspaper has to play is that it has to keep an eye on those who are already elected and they have reached house. So Ambedkar wants to argue that once a leader is elected, the role of the media is to watch closely what kind of policy the leader is making, what kind of interest the leader is serving, whether the leader has fulfilled his promises of working for the downtrodden, or the leader is serving the interest of the rich and the upper caste. So Ambedkar has said that if newspaper is watchful, if newspaper is committed to the cause of the people, if newspaper is taking a close eye on the activities of the leaders, then the leader would fear that media might reveal the fact that they are not working for the people, and so the people would not vote them again. So in this way, the work of correction can be done by the newspaper. Ambedkar is basically trying to say that newspaper can perform the role of examining the activities of the powerful people, the rich, the politicians, and ensure that they are not going to miss the interest of the lower caste, the interest of the downtrodden and the depressed classes. So Ambedkar has said, and let me quote, if the newspaper can devote some part of its space for reporting the conduct of our MLAs in the various legislatures, telling the people why they have done this and why they have not done that, I have no hesitation in my mind that there will be great reform in the conduct of our MLAs, and the present chaos, which is enough to bring disgrace to our community, will stop. I therefore look upon this newspaper as a great instrument for purifying those who have gone wrong in their political lives. So Ambedkar is basically saying that the newspaper has to play an important role of keeping a close eyes on the elected people, whether they are performing their duties or not, whether they are serving the interests of the poor or not. And he has given the example of his own life, that for as long as 16 years he edited several newspapers, and he did the same work of educating politically the people. And he said that he got benefits out of that work because he was able to win from a seat that was general. So Dr. Ambedkar has said that it is the contribution of his newspaper, his journalism, that he was able to defeat a person, a candidate from the general seat, because the newspaper has created political awareness among the people. So Ambedkar's understanding of media is that it has to educate politically people, and it has to speak truth to the power, in a sense that it must keep a watchful eye on those who are elected, and in this way the accountability can be maintained, and the leaders could fear that if they do not do proper work, if they do not discharge their duties, the voters might not elect them again. So this is some kind of check and balances which is important in a democracy. Friends, it is very unfortunate that today's media, the mainstream media, is completely going away from the basic concerns and teachings of Dr. Ambedkar. Media is not only giving misinformation, media is not only propagating the point of view of the ruling classes, but media is also demonizing all those voices critical of the wrongs of the establishment. And instead of educating politically the people, in fact the media is spreading misinformation, and it is spreading jingoism and also superstitions. Following Baba Sahib Ambedkar's message, we need to have our own media for educating the people and keeping close eyes on those who have taken our votes, have been elected, they have gone to parliament and assemblies, but they are not performing their duties as per the expectations of the people. Unfortunately, our media, which is funded by the rich and which is run by the upper caste, has completely forgotten their primary duties, and that is one of the weakness of Indian democracy. We need to fight it out by following the messages and principles of Dr. Ambedkar and learning from his lives and his movements. Thank you very much.